a major topic of conversation amongst Minnesota Vikings fans, besides how many touchdowns slinging Sean Mannion is going to put up on the Packers' ass, he's going to tax that ass. Is the future of head coach Mike Zimmer. Will the Wolves keep him? Will he be shown the door, etc.? Well, we're starting to get some reports. CBS NFL insider Jason LaCanfora is reporting that the Vikings are amongst a handful of teams preparing for coaching searches at the end of the 2021 season. Here's from the article. The Vikings, Broncos, and Bears, oh my, have also had internal discussions about their head coaching situations and are preparing to conduct a search at the end of the season, league sources said. And Broncos, with Vic Fangio, not shocking at all. George Paton is in power there. He did not hire Fangio. That was a John Elway genius hire. So yeah, that one makes sense. The Bears, obviously that one makes sense. Please keep Ryan Pace though. Like, you can fire a fake ass Brad Childress, Matt Nagy, but Vikings, mildly shocking, I guess, because also you think about the source for this for LaCanfora. It's the agents, like the agents for the coaches. They're already starting to get approached by intermediaries, not directly from teams that still have head coaches, because that's just uncouth. Or sometimes teams will start floating the ideas through the insiders to gauge public reactions. Like, if we fire our head coach, how do people feel? And then they'll just take the temperature of the fan base that way. Also, it's like when teams are going to change uniforms or change their logo, and all of a sudden you see leaks of the uniforms. Like, where do you think those come from? They just want to see, they think that they're trash. They're trash. They're garbage. We ain't changing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Whatever, right? Or rule proposal changes. Yeah, etc. But with the Vikings at Zim, I actually did think that there's a decent chance that could keep Zimmer, especially if the Vikings do sneak into the playoffs, because the Wolves love stability. He does have 2 years left on his contract. That's a lot to pay out. But I think at the end of the day, maybe they see, like a lot of fans see as well, is that, do you see Zimmer just magically turning things around in 2022? Do you see him at his age adapting to the modern game and just coming out gangbusters and fixing all the issues that he's had as a head coach since 2014? I don't necessarily see it, right? Or will this be more of 2020 and 2021? And are we just delaying the inevitable, right? Now, I like Mike Zimmer. I think that he's a good dude. I thought the Vikings had a legit shot to win a Super Bowl in 2017. Obviously, it did not work out with 38-7, but a new voice is needed. New leadership is needed with this team. Ideally, an offensive-minded head coach who's dialed in on the modern game would be nice to see. Also, someone who's going to build around Justin friggin' Jefferson. Keep him happy, keep him in Minnesota, as well as future QB TBD, whether that's Kellen Mond or whoever, right? And I think absent a deep playoff run, I'm not even talking about just sneaking in and winning a wild card game. I think that if the Vikings make it to the NFC title game, maybe Zimmer keeps his job, but absent that, I don't see any, man. And that is a big domino that's going to fall, because the new head coach, pending what happens with Rick Spielman, I think that he would survive Mike Zimmer being fired. I do think that Spielman would be able to select his third head coach, but yeah, the new head coach, he isn't tied to Cousins. P Squared is probably gone. He and Zimmer had a real good connection there. Anthony Barr is obviously gone too with his redone contract. He was a Zimmer acolyte. So the future of this team is going to be massively overhauled. And also, well, if they bring in a power running game, like what happens with Dalvin? What happens with player XYZ? What happens with Danielle Hunter, right? So there's going to be a lot of shakeups. So reporting that they're already starting to kick the tires and light the fires. And maybe all of this talk is preliminary. Maybe they'll take the temperature of the market out there and just realize, well, here's our first three choices. We're not going to get them. They're going to go to different jobs. So maybe they will roll with Zimmer. So I don't think this is a fait accompli. Obviously, a report is a report is a report. But yeah, we'll see. If things go pear-shaped the last two games of the season, the Vikings don't make the playoffs, I think that Zimmer's probably a substantial underdog to be back next year, but again, we'll see what happens. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Zimmer reportedly gonna be gone. Vikings reportedly opening up the coaching search this offseason. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.